I know, it's starting a bit dark. Well, as said, just while the game loads, which it will. Huh? Oh well. Well, this is the final chapter of Alice Return to Madness. As said before, it never got its third game. We have collected everything, and now only need the final key. The the game just Does the game prevent me from going to the final chapter? For the whole entire final segment again from chapter 5 to get into it since it loaded perfectly fine then. Well, so far between playing the two games. Yes, quite interesting. First one was just diving through, it was a game of survival, while this one was learning the truth. So I wonder what the third game would have been about. Would it be about trying to take revenge? One was survival, the other one was understandment. What would be the third reason why Alice goes into further madness? Yeah, looks like we're going down the smoky thing.
You oozing sore of depravity! Children wearing their names around their necks as if they're breeding livestock!
A declaration of their pedigree. You could use one. They're proud to display their provenance.
You brute! They can't remember who they are or where they're from. How many minds have you twisted into forgetfulness?
Not enough. Yours would have been a triumph. Still, you're an insane wreck. My work is done.
Hatter, I must stop this infernal train and the evil force that drives it.
Everything's a nail, is it, Miss Hammerhead? First it was all search, freighted with fear and fragmented memories. Now it's the train. Never time for tea. While your brain's on holiday, we're out running. Now we're all mad here, and that's a good excuse for going to hell in a teapot, but not for forgetting what your senses saw. Forgetting is just forgetting, except when it's not. Then they call it something else. I'd like to forget what you did. I've tried, but I can't.
You've used me and abused me, but you will not destroy me.
No, the damage is done. The old Alice and her Wonderland retreat are demolished. You can't even recognize what's happened, and you're powerless to change it or move against me. I've made certain of that. Come to receive your punishment, then?
I know I'm guilty of something, but punishment never suits the victims of the crime.
Abuse is a crime the strong visit on the weak. And you're right, abusers are insufficiently punished for the damage they do. Those who witness abuse without seeking retribution for the harmed pay a penalty. Your own pain mitigates...
Up. Done it. Accidentally.
You've used...
Come to receive your punishment, then?
I know I'm guilty of something, but punishment never suits the victims of the crime.
Abuse is a crime the strong visit on the weak. And you're right, abusers are insufficiently punished for the damage they do. Those who witness abuse without seeking retribution for the harmed pay a penalty. Your own pain mitigates your failure to act earlier, but you may not yet have paid enough for witnessing the pain of others.
You corrupted my memories, but you failed to make me forget.
I could have made you into a tasty bit. Clients out the door waiting for a piece from a raving, delusional beauty with no memory of the past or no sense of the future. But you wouldn't forget. You insisted on holding on to your fantasies. You're mad, like your sister.
Don't speak of her. You didn't know her.
Your sister was a tease, pretended to despise me. She got what she wanted in the end.
My Lizzie, what is this train's destination?
Madness and destruction. You shouldn't ask questions you know the answer to. It's not polite. And that noise wasn't Lizzie talking in her sleep.
Oh, no. Oh, poor Lizzie.
And there are no centaurs in Oxford. Make your survival mean something, or we are all doomed!
Astray looks like a church. So who's driving this church? The puppet master. Well, I guess he ditched his arms, so he can just have his hands pulled around.
The past must be paid for. The cost of forgetting is high.
Darn it.
Don't struggle, Alice.
that it? Well, I guess that...
I'll see you charged. In prison, some half-wit bruiser will make you his sweetheart, and then you'll hang.
Indeed. A hysterical woman, former lunatic, roaring outrageous accusations against a respectable social architect and scientist. My God, Alice, who would believe you? I scarcely believe it myself.
You, monstrous creature. Such evil will be punished.
By whom? By what? Psychotic, silly bitch. Your madness will be punished. Now leave. I'm expecting your replacement.
Well, this isn't our mental escape. So, what? Was the first game was supposed to be about revenge then? Or revenge that she will never get?
Alice, we can't go home again. No surprise, really. Only a very few find the way, and most of them don't recognize it when they do. Delusions, too, die hard. Only the savage regard the endurance of pain as the measure of worth. Forgetting pain is convenient, remembering it agonizing. But recovering the truth is worth the suffering. And our wonderland, though damaged, is safe in memory for now.
Well, it's unfortunate that we never got that third game. Probably in the third game she would finally get true closure. But seeing that, in essence, that guy still got... You have to consider that guy got away with it at the end. Since she only pushed him down in her own mental escape rather than in reality. So, all practical purposes, the killer of her family was... We now know who killed her family, but as said, she still doesn't have the closure of that guy getting punished for it. And from sounds of it, the guy was also a child molester as well. Unfortunately, games like this would probably not be able to come out nowadays because, well, because of its style, which is unfortunate. I would have loved to play the third game if in this story, but alas, there is no third thing. Okay, well, as I talked about before, I'm thinking about just leaving this Monday off. Monday is off, so I can, well, work on playing that. I said I have some games I haven't touched upon. Like, I haven't completed my run of Kingdom Hearts 3 because, well, other things came up, so I still need to continue playing that. I have other games which I just haven't completed or started playing again just to stop playing because I wanted to complete other games. Like, I owned the second game of Ni no Kuni Kuni, and yet I haven't gone to play it because I wanted to do Ni no Kuni 1, well, more or less plat it, but now I'm seeing, yeah, it's getting really tedious. Also, in terms of the PS3 controller being more and more on the more difficult to charge. And yes, I'm playing. Of course, there's a couple of other PS3 games I wanted to complete. Like I was redoing Final Fantasy 2. I mean, Final Fantasy 13 2, and wanting to plat it. Did they? And I'm still needing to work on that. And then going back to the third to the third game in that trilogy, which I still need to complete. Wait, did the game naturally get quiet or? No, if it is naturally this quiet, then I don't know what's going on. But okay, but if it's naturally this quiet, well, I'm definitely talking. So, if is this game just quiet during this? Okay. I may start up doing the Dead Space series since I do own them all on my laptop, so I may go off to play them next after I'm done to take up the block. Well, as I did talk about taking a week off to just do every other week, just not doing anything, just to play games, or I may. Was or was simply out there to rape. What? Well, regardless, we'll probably I never know why he did it, or if he was being paid off to do it. But regardless, at the end of the day, this was a very interesting game, and unfortunately, a game which will it'll not never get its final conclusion. Maybe some person will make the game for fun, and then we'll get to see. But regardless, it's the unfortunate nature of things. Well, as said, I will be take trying to take care of that Resident Evil playthrough without thinking, oh wait, I have to do those other two modes as well. if crowd control as well, which is, I believe, Operation Ada and Separate Ways. I wonder how that would work in the randomizer, since I've seen of recently they've added Separate Ways to the randomizer. But in terms of if we go if Hmm. Based on the remake, not based on the remake, sorry, the original one had Operation Ada, which was a short segment where she's supposed to collect samples, and at the end fights Krauser on a bridge. How would a randomizer work in that segment? Since the goal was to get the charm and then get to across a bridge. This thing's still going. Okay, I can hold it to make it go faster. Why? Did all these people from Electric Arts do all this assistance? Do put what your thoughts in. What's your thoughts on the two Alice games that I played? As I said before, I'll be trying to complete my Resident Evil run once this is all done with here. Since I feel that I should at least show up all of these credits, since all these people did put hard work into making this game. If the third game ever comes out, I will love to play it, and learn about it, please do in the comments if it does release. Do message me. Product placements. Don't believe was there product placements? If there was any, most likely credits, but okay. No, the sound is definitely messed up. Let me check something. Okay, what's going on? Let's see.
Chat, how do we...
Okay, yep, that sound's definitely working. So I don't know why the game has gone mute. New Game Plus. Now play on Nightmare difficulty. Okay, I'm just gonna... Well, let's see. Can we now choose... Yep, we can now choose... Okay. Oh, it looks like all the outfits now have special abilities now. Standard regains health when shrunk. twice as many hearts. Roses. Silk Maiden's value is worthless. Health limited to 4 roses total. Yikes, this is, yeah, playing real nightmare mode. I can just see people doing challenges wearing the royal suit and the royal suit and doing a nightmare difficulty. Beat the game with only that stuff. Shrink sense their abilities double, so basically after shrinking and going back, I guess the sense will linger more longer. And afterwards we get to the, well, other outfits, like shrink sense is always active. Guess if you want health. I guess this means you always constantly are in constant regen. That's good. Well, I guess we'll look through these pictures one last time. Alshron with way longer hair down to her waist, looking more concerned. Guess this was supposed to be a foughted boss battle before fighting it or something. A deranged Alice. I guess that's how they were going to draw her, but didn't. And that is that. Were there toy soldiers? I don't recall. However, case, if you were only here, well, I said, if you're some, well, no, I'm saying, there's probably no one in Twitch chat. People are going to watch this only as a video. Well, thanks for coming. Hope you had a pleasant time watching me dive into this girl's madness and this eerie quietness at the end. Hope you had a pleasant time and thanks for coming. If you're somehow watching this live or on probably on YouTube, I'll be switching over to Resident Evil 4.